Hudef claims that with their Mage SCF1, you'll be able to hit an unreturnable spin serve. Is that true? Well, let's talk about that. My name's John, this is Gen X Pickleball, and I'm reviewing the Mage SCF1 from Hudef. They sent me this to review. They have not seen this video before it was published, and they had no editorial control over it, nor did they provide me any financial incentive to review this paddle. So I've put some stats on the screen for you. The Mage SCF1 is a hybrid shaped paddle. I would classify it as an all-court paddle that leans a little bit towards the power side. The standout feature of the Mage SCF1 is that supercritical foam that they use to fill the cells of the polypropylene core. It's the same technology that they use in the Apex Pro 2. Now, the difference with this, however, is the shape, obviously. Most hybrid shaped paddles tend to be a little bit more balanced than on the control side of things. And that supercritical foam, what I have found, it leads to more dwell time with the ball. In fact, when you squeeze this hard enough, it actually, you can feel the foam flexing as you squeeze the face of the paddle. So just for visual purposes, you can see the difference in the shape here. Obviously, it's a little bit narrower than your standard shape in the Apex Pro 2, and it's longer. I think they have done pretty good at maximizing that hybrid shape and making it as wide as possible, yet keeping it long enough to give you that plow through that you could also get from an elongated paddle. So I've played about 20 games with this paddle, and were my serves unreturnable? Well, yeah, sometimes they were, but not all the time. I will say that most of the games that I played with this paddle were with indoor balls, and so that affects the performance of a paddle. I did play about 4 or 5 games with an outdoor ball and this paddle, and I didn't initially notice a difference in performance. So one of the standout features for me of this paddle is the 3-year warranty that they have on the core. This is a $150 paddle. If you use code GenXDinks, it'll be $135, and you're getting a 3-year warranty. This did come in a little bit lighter than the Apex Pro 2, not by much, maybe by like 0.1 or 0.2 ounces. And the only other thing I want to point out is the handle is a little more square-shaped. I personally am not a fan of a square-shaped handle, but I put one of the provided overgrips on, and that kind of takes some of that squareness away. I prefer a more octagonal-shaped handle than a square-shaped handle. The other little minor thing that I noticed is that the paint or coloring on the edge guard is already starting to come off. I think that's pretty normal with these types of paddles that have these multicolored edge guards where it's kind of, I don't know if it's painted on or how it's put on, but it does tend to wear off. If that concerns you, you know, get yourself, you can get clear edge guard and cover it up so you can keep seeing the color. This also comes in a blue version and a pink version. They just happen to send me this green and yellow one, which I kind of like. Makes me think of Hulk sometimes when I'm playing with this. But overall, I can recommend this paddle to you. Number one, because it's a great value. Number two, because it plays well. Like, did I see unreturnable serves? A few. I think some of that was more from the angle of the serve and possibly with some spin that I put on it as well. Overall, I think it's a good paddle. If you're a 3-0 player and up, this will be fine for you. There's not a crazy ton of pop or power with it, so you're not going to run into some issues that you'll see with some of the more poppier and powerful paddles. However, this thing puts out what you put into it. So a lot like some other foam paddles that are out there, this isn't fully foam, but like a lot of other paddles out there that have foam in them, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it in terms of power. Very happy with the dwell time. I will say that there's very little feedback from the paddle when you're dinking. And so if you're a person who likes a little more feedback, you might not want this, but if you're a person who doesn't mind the fact that you don't feel the ball on the face of the paddle, then this is a paddle for you. That supercritical foam really keeps the vibrations down, and so you don't feel as much when you're hitting with this paddle unless you're hitting the ball hard. So that's the Hudef Mage SCF1. It's $135 when you use code GenXDinks over at hudef.com. Make sure you use that code. It lets Hudef know that you kind of saw this review and decided to buy the paddle. I think it's a great value, great paddle. I've been keeping this in my bag and pulling it out every once in a while to play with. It's a fun paddle to play with. You're going to enjoy it.